We hear from moms of autistic communicators all the time that they're doing all they know how to do, everything they've been taught to do, and they're wondering why it still feels so hard to get their child to communicate.
But one of the reasons that you and I are just so passionate about working with moms is that we have seen over and over again just how powerful they can be.
Yeah, we believe and we know from experience that they're really the greatest untapped resource, right? That it's not about another program, it's not about another strategy. It's really about a mom who's empowered with the tools to be able to recognize and respond to all their child's communication.
And we know that moms know that they can have a more active role, right? That they can be more um, a part of the process. But, they've had therapists or maybe other professionals that have given them strategies that don't align with their natural instincts. And so then they begin to question all of that because it doesn't feel
Yeah,
that right.
yeah. And they come to us worried and they're overwhelmed because there's so much information out there.
There is so much information out there. And we know, we know that all the moms have read those books that are sitting on their bookshelf. They've saved all those videos in their phone. They've got tons of therapy appointments on their calendar with their children. And they are really, really trying so hard to get everything right.
And we see all the time that once they learn to recognize that their child is already communicating in all the ways they already are, then they start to trust their instincts a little bit more. And it really starts to feel different.
Yeah, they stop questioning themselves and then they just instinctively feel so much better.
Yeah, and we can relate to that, right? Because we used to use all of those strategies too and felt all the same things. And once we really learned to connect and communicate in a different way with our autistic communicators, that was really a game changer for us.
But for moms, what we see is that they really start to channel all of that worry into action and into action that feels really good. And then that also makes a big difference.
Yes. And we start to see then more and more communication and connection within their interactions, and more of that joy sneaks in. It's so great to watch.
Yeah. So the big perspective shift is really the transformation that starts with the mom. And what we get to see is how they do really see themselves as playing an active role. And in that process, they start to feel so empowered, like we talked about.
Yeah. And really, the more empowered they are, the more we see more hope return. We see that they recognize all the possibility as they respond to their child differently. It just feels so good for all of them, everyone involved.
So that transformation, right, that starts with the mom, it just translates into this beautiful connection that they have with their children that they're building more and more. And then from there, all of the communication that they start to see.
Yeah, it's amazing to watch. So, if this resonates with you and you're joining us here today, we encourage you to join us for our free workshop where you'll discover all the ways your child is already communicating and why that's really the key to progress. Thanks so much for joining us.